H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of the day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it is Tuesday morning. It's a great, great time. I got a lot of stuff I got to share with you, but I got to start off with something a little heartbreaking by the passing of Reggie Chaney, young fella. You'll be deeply missed by all who knew and loved you. Young man, played for University of Houston, born in 1999, and he left us. Wow, so soon, 23 years old. Tyrone Caldwell. Let me shout out to my starting five right now. On the Facebook side, we got Titus Moody, all the way from the Windy City. He says, very hot and humid. And we got Miss Dale Griggs. And we got, who else we got on the Facebook side? Oh, Monte Cora, who gave me an inspirational message today. I'm going to read it to y'all in a minute. Let's see who we got. Mindy Collins in the building, going to her church on Sunday, early in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. Let's go. Who else we got? Let's go to my YouTube. Let's go to Jeremy Davis, Robert Young. Robert Young beat you today, boom. Robert Young, D. Holcomb, Simeon Sims, Ivan Pettit, Michael Smith. I throw Eric Boone in the building. I throw Eric Boone in there. But I see you. I see you, Joe Lewis. I see you, Tyrone. Paul Miranda, I see you. Where you been, man? Keep Liggins in there early. Oh, I like that. Lane 9 is a beast. Look at my girl. Y'all see my girl behind me. Y'all know I used to get on a little bit, but boy, she shit me up. Yeah, he's from Frisco. You're right. Frisco, Liberty University, Arkansas, U of H, Reggie Chaney. Yes. Hey, D. White. Hey, Rabbit. Share the show, everybody. Let me tell you something. Monte, I saw a post from her, and she said, I just want everybody to win. Be happy, be loved, and be healthy. I kind of like that. Because that's just the way I live my life every day. She said, I want everybody to win. To be happy, be loved, and be healthy. I really, in the bottom of my heart, I really think like that. And I was just thinking about it. What's up, Cam? What's up, baby? Cam, I was just thinking about that this morning, Cam. I love when my next generation is watching and listening to the show. But Cam, Miss Mate, she put on Facebook, I want everyone to win, to be happy, be loved, and be healthy. It just blew me away. I mean, it just, what if everybody thought like that? What if everybody thought about that? I see Keith talking about he was a kid that I trained for years, and it hit me hard this morning. Prayers for the Chaney family, yes. Ken Dean, Mate says she wants you to win. She wants you to be happy, be loved, and be healthy. Thank you, Mate. I mean, I need to hear that this morning. I heard some stuff. I got a phone call from a friend that I used to work with, and he saw the show yesterday. He just couldn't believe it. He just couldn't believe. He just couldn't believe. He just talking to me, and he said, "Man, wow." He said, "Dude, wow." He said, "I know you, but I didn't. Wow." And when you know, when people you really, really know, they sit up and say, wow, about the things that you're doing in the community, man. It just I'm telling you, put some more gas in my gas. No, I ain't got no gas. I'm gonna put some more electricity. You know, I got an electric car now. I'm electric. Just plug the electric thing up in me. But I was thinking about the young Shakari Richardson. I've been had videos over the week and last week, and shout out to Rod Wells, cause he came on the show and mentioned that the race was coming on, gave me a chance to remotely go and tape it, and I'm so glad I went back. She just beat one of the most decorated women's 100 fields of all time by becoming a world champion. People doubted her all year. She barely made the final, you know, but she delivered a personal best, a championship record. When it mattered the most, her haters are in shambles. You know, she did something yesterday that was unique. Yesterday, yeah, I guess it was yesterday. She was going by most of the reporters who had been talking negative about her, and she was going by, no, thank you, no, thank you, no. She didn't stop for any of that media who she know was talking negative about her, saying no, thank you. She only stopped to talk to the black journalists. Let me tell y'all something. Share the show, y'all. This it's about to be good. I think it's about to be good. Watch this.
Performance just now.
I feel amazing about my performance. Oh, this is my good luck number 2. I feel amazing about my performance. Amazing competition, amazing atmosphere, and just focusing in on what it is we've been practicing all season long to get, you know, when the time comes to accomplish what we need to get accomplished.
Tell me about your technical execution in the race there just now.
Honestly, I just felt as if being in lane 9, I could really just focus in on what it is that I know I needed to execute from start to finish, and just doing that. Honestly, it felt amazing. I felt like no matter what the result was, that from start to finish in that race, I executed, and I was going to be happy no matter what happened.
In terms of this success, what will it do? How will it set you up for the rest of this season and going forward into coming seasons?
Honestly, this success, it doesn't really set me up because I've already been set up. I came into this competition knowing that this is just another race with more competition, the best competition. So I had to bring my best game, and for the rest of the season, for the rest of my season, just continue to put my best foot forward.
Thank you very much, Shakiri. Congratulations.
Thank you. Walk on.
Performance just now.
She was having fun. Watch it. This is what I really wanted to show you. Watch this. Thank you. Forget the weed and all that. I want to know the power. This what y'all been looking. This what y'all, instead of worrying about the weed and slow her down and all that. Don't worry about that. Look at the power that she possessed. She walked past all of those other reporters and found those guys. See, I just don't. See, if you haven't been in a room and been in situations where you were the only black in there, and you're the only, you're black. I love what's my girl? One of them actresses. She was going through. She was going. They was trying to risk her through. Her little white publisher tried to just risk her past the black press. She said, oh, hell no. I got to stop and talk. I think with Halle Berry, I got to stop and talk to my people. I know y'all looking at entertainment and y'all looking at race. I'm looking at something that, so when I'm playing this, I'm not playing it. Y'all can go worry about how much weed she's smoking and all that. She had the power. Okay. I'm checking. I got all y'all number. See, they constantly worried about the weed. Don't you know them Jamaicans smoking weed? But they were winning. But I'm just sitting there saying, that girl knew who she was and who she belonged to and walked past them people and said, no, thank you. No, thank you. They couldn't say she being rude. Man, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Sha'Carri Richardson and Noah Lyles scored U.S. 100 meters sweeps. Noah Lyles, he won the 100 meters for the men. This is the first time America has swept that since 2017. Okay. Then Shelly Ann Frazier. This is what I like about this. Then her and Shelly Ann Frazier were talking after the race. I'm trying to find it. After the race, it was a unique. I'll play this.
Blocking out media like yourself and just continuing to go forward. I feel great. Blocking out media like yourself and just continuing to go forward.
You hear what she told him? She was intentional, y'all. You know how y'all scared. You got parents out here so scared they won't tell their coach, look here, coach, I'm not paying to get in one in tournament, then go right across town. Y'all, that young girl said, I'm blocking out people like you. Dude, hold up, I ain't through. I got some. I'm trying to find it. No, I put it up there. I got to go get that. I got to go put this. I got to go put this up. Y'all got to give me a second. Because I didn't put this on here. That's negligence. I didn't put this on. I got it. But I just want y'all to sit back and think, man. Little young girl, man. I got it. This young girl sitting there thinking about her. Everybody was against her. I talk crazy about her. But I say, you do all of that? But she said something to Shelly Ann. And I got it, but I didn't. But then I didn't. I ain't gonna worry about it. But Shelly Ann was saying something to her about, and I got it in there. I know I got it written down somewhere. Cause it was unique, y'all. I think Shelly Ann was saying something about, girl, you know this is the first time America done won in a long time. She said, yeah, because of you. See, they tried to break these women. You know, they tried to have it against these black women going against each other. And what I say to these girls, let me tell y'all something. Oh, this is what she said. Shelly Ann said, you know how long the USA not get a gold medal? She said, yeah, because of you. But this is what I say to these young girls. I love y'all. Y'all saying no to these diaspora wars. Don't let nobody pick you against the Jamaicans. Don't let nobody pick you against African Americans against y'all. Don't say no to these diaspora wars. Say no to xenophobia. Say no to Afrophobia. Say no to tribalism. Let me tell you something. Sha'Carri Richardson, Sharika Jackson, and Shelly Ann Frazier, y'all equal. All of y'all are the diaspora. And all of these, ignore those groups out here speaking against y'all. You see where all of these girls, they have no animosity. I had the video. I must have didn't put it on, and I'm going to bring it tomorrow. Had no animosity against each other, unlike the instigators on the internet. I was just so proud of them girls, man. I sit there and watch that. Y'all, see, if you study your history, all you got to do, they just dropped them off over in Jamaica before they made it here. That young girl made me so proud. Thank you, Rod Wells. That young girl made me so proud. In a world of brutal and unforgiving, we got to learn how to speak life into our black women. She made it happen, man. She made it happen. Watch this. This one I know to love. Watch this. See, I had to figure out everything that I could post, because if it's NBC will cut the show off. NBC don't play. So I have to watch certain things that I could post. But watch this.
I understand your question, but I think you asked me about Michelle, and I just want to say she's an amazing athlete. I grew up watching her, knowing that.
First of all, she called the lady Miss Shelley. I don't want y'all. I don't want y'all to. I want y'all to listen, Miss Shelley. Y'all watch this. Y'all watch this. Y'all watch this.
I understand your question, but I think you asked me about Michelle, and I just want to say she's an amazing athlete. I grew up watching her, knowing that. Just saying that, like, but just. No, you're good. But just knowing that it's a great. It honestly was gonna take literally my best to come forward and be able to compete. Knowing that she's been doing this and can continue to be on the podium every single time shows me that I have a journey. I have something to do. I have more to do. Like she said, what makes this sport or what makes it so fun or interesting is the fact that you can always do more. There's always so much more that you can pull out of yourself and become better.
Y'all, I'm going to tell you what it got me. I'm going to tell you what it got. This what got me, y'all, this morning. Let me check y'all comments, then I'm going to tell you. Yes, rest in peace. We talked about Reggie Chain already. He said the picture they took would look amazing. I love the statement Hatter when she said that showing love for each other. Gary, let me see. I'm rooting for her too. Her family member will be competing today in the, okay, good. Track window smaller for athletes. Absolutely. By doing so, she empowered the journalists. Thank you. Thank you. Darryl Barnes, that's what I was trying to. That's why I'm loving this Gil Arenas show and all of these shows that's popping up. These guys empowering each other on these shows. Gilbert Arenas show. I'm just loving this show. And Paul, I'm liking Paul. What's his name? Paul George, and a few others. The rest of the media now has to come to him to get the interview to show. Did y'all see what Darryl? See, Darryl Barnes been watching this show. That's why I forever love Xavier Wheeler. Xavier said, I can go and break my news the way I'm going to anybody. But I chose the Chop Shop. You know, a lot of these guys chose to do whatever they want to do. No matter what. Let them go. Xavier Wheeler said, those guys were there with me from the beginning. Not Baller's Life and Who Is Life, all of them. No. These guys. That's what she said. That's what she said. I got the power. I got the power to do this. Y'all don't understand. I keep telling you, parents in the summer basketball, you got the power. Y'all just scared. Shakira ain't scared. Let me see what else y'all are saying. Then I'm going to get back. It's just unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. blocking out the media like yourself, and just continue to go forward. I feel great. No, thank you. This is growth. This is being mature. This being a champion. The relationship between Sha'Carri Richardson and Jamaica was contentious, some people say. But if you follow Richardson, she developed as a human as much as an athlete. That's what they say. It was contentious. Yeah, she wanted to win. Her humanity, her athleticism, from the last lane, number 9, and the reason she got number 9, because she had to get in by time, because the rest of the girls were 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 in their heats. Wow. And people talking about a rivalry, it can't be no rivalry. If the other side keep winning, we got to win. Now it's alive and well. Wasn't no rivalry at first. But I love that girl, man. I was disappointed in her. I'm going to tell you, I didn't know she was this good. What's up there, El Ray? I got your email. Appreciate it. I didn't know. I didn't know this girl was that good. I did not. I promise you I did. I'm not going to sit up here and play like I did. I like this interview too. I think I can show this one. Watch this.
What did it mean to cross the line and look up and see that you had won the world championship?
It meant so much. It meant the people that supported me, the people that believed in me, my family, just knowing that hard work pays off. It's been a lot I've been going through, but to overcome all of that.
It's a lot I've been going through. Y'all listening? I'm going to go back. I'm trying to go back and find the other stuff I had on her, and I never played it. The stuff I've been going through. Yo, we had a 23-year-old man pass away yesterday. 23 years old, Reggie Cheney. I'm trying to find it. I know I had her. Let me just look up, put in Sha'Carri. Because she was saying some stuff. Oh. Let's see. Yeah. Let's go here. Let's see this one.
Honestly, I just came out here, had some fun, great competition. I was definitely looking forward to racing all of the ladies, especially the birthday girl. Anytime we line up, it's an amazing.
This was earlier. Your stuff is not froze, but this was before she went to the World Championships.
Race. My training partner, Tita Terry, all of the ladies in the race are amazing. And just, keep lining up, keep perfecting my craft, and keep going. Thank y'all. I'm having fun. Peace, love, and light.
She seemed like something been lifted over her. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Let me see, can I find another? I'm just watching her. Let me see. Hold on.
Many won't forget you threw the wig off and then you threw down on the track. What did it mean to cross the line, be a national champion, and now you're going to your first Global Outdoor Championship?
Well, I've been a champion, that's for one. But the thing I remember the most is the last time, I think I stood here on this stadium with you, and I did an interview when I knew I wasn't ready to do one. But now I stand here with you again, and I'm ready, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And I'm here to stay. I'm not back, I'm better.
Many won't forget you.
Oh! I didn't show. I had that for y'all a while back. I'm glad I saved it. She said, I'm not back, I'm better. She said, I wasn't ready. Mentally, physically. I was going through some stuff. Unbelievable. Paul Miranda, I'm going to tell you something. You ain't the only spokesman for Dallas. I don't see why people they probably was kidding when they was messing with you about Dallas. You're not the spokesman for Dallas. People ain't thinking about you when I think about Dallas. I think about Alan Branch when I think about Dallas. I think about a whole lot of people when I think about that. Paul, I love you, but come on, man. Come on, y'all show gave me credit. Ain't nobody gave you. Don't give yourself that much credit. Paul, please, I love you, but you're giving yourself too much credit. I think about Mikey Miles. Guess what? I got in touch with Mikey Miles and his mom. Them the people I talk to right now. Paul, I done moved up. Paul, we got other people in Dallas we can talk about. We got Keith Liggins we can talk about. I'm sitting there thinking about this girl. What's in you is always greater than what's in the world. Absolutely. I love the fact that she has a great mother figure in her life and you can see through it. Alan Branch listens to the show every day. Yes, he does. He just don't comment because he called in and talked to me about things on the show. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Absolutely. See, Paul, that's another thing. See, you don't know. Things you don't know. But it's so unique, man. So unique that I sit here and watch this young lady who I just couldn't believe. I didn't believe in her. I didn't. Because she talked a lot and kept losing. Right? And if you're a little bit humble and lose, it's a little bit more acceptable to me. But she kept talking. What she was saying, what she admitted was, Paul, I was too immature to be on this stage. In other words, I didn't know what I was just running my mouth. Now, I let my actions do my talking. Unique dynamic, a lot of stories we can learn from this young, but when I think about her, she just so young and so vibrant. She threw her wig off in that race. That's what I was missing. They wouldn't let me. She threw her wig off and said, "That's the old me. That ain't me no more, doing all that talking and ain't backing stuff up." You follow me? She threw the wig off, y'all. She was, hold up. She was going to the starting blocks, grabbed the wig off her head and threw it back behind her. And threw it behind her and said, "All of that's behind me. Get behind me, Satan." That's what she did. And been rolling ever since. I was symbolic. She couldn't make it over to the World Games because she to go here and be able to place for the Olympics. This young girl, man, did you see her walk them girls down? I don't want to show it because NBC crazy. They might be messing with us already. I don't know. NBC off the chain. Share the show, everybody. Everybody share the show. Thumbs up if you're on YouTube. But I'm just thinking about you. Y'all, there's so many lessons that you can be learned in this story. And I got so much to share with y'all today. God, Sha'Carri, Sha'Carri, you got me today. She got me. She got me. Shout out to the Fan Fest, TSU Fan Fest. Let me see, can I find it this week? This Sunday. Let me make sure I got it. The Fan Fest. I know I got it. this weekend. Let me look it up, man. Let me look it up. I like this. I want to play the commercial. Fan Fest. Yeah. No, I didn't. Huh. But the TSU Fan Fest will be this Sunday, starting at 1 to 5. You're going to have all the teams represented there. You get a poster, a schedule, a poster. The team will sign it. All 16 programs, all 16 teams will be there from 1 to 5. They got all kind of rides. They got free food. They got free drinks. It's just gonna be a day. It's gonna be the first annual Fan Fest. They do it now. I see that Jackson State doing it too. I don't know if they doing it because we did it because of them, but I think it's a great thing this Sunday. Don't forget tomorrow. I had a commercial, but I don't know what it is. The Fan Fest. The one I played it with me and Kevin on the Fan Fest. I probably just played it and wasn't paying no attention, but I just wanted to share that with y'all. Let me see. Yes, that time right now. Let me share with y'all some special people to me. Also, watch this. Okay.
Someone had a birthday party at our restaurant next door, Mimi's New Orleans Cafe. They asked if they could smoke cigars on the patio. Told them yes, and they stayed a little late, and they said we don't have anything like this in this area. So we decided to pray on it, and collectively we decided to move forward. You know, there's a need for it. This old part of Richmond. It's growing. The new courthouse is right there. The sheriffs come here. We get their full support. They just had a function here a couple weeks ago, and we get everybody's support, and we're just going to continue to grow with the community. We have baby grand piano, we have jazz trios, we have DJs, and we have some theme nights. We have Greek night every first Friday. We have some.
Welcome back to the best 20 minutes of your day, the Chop Shop. Hey, let me see. I'm trying to see where I want to go because I want to finish some stuff that I didn't finish yesterday. And shout out again to T. Morant, Josh's daddy came on there and he said, He said, my son didn't get in trouble because of the people around him. He got in trouble because of his decisions. And great speech. Y'all go look it up. And I forgot to tell y'all something about greatness yesterday. And I saw this and I wanted to share it with y'all. And I know I'm gonna get some reaction from it. So I might as well just go on. Get ready. I'm something else saying. But I saw where, trying to make sure Michael Jordan, MJ, is that MJ? They were talking about Michael Jordan. Did y'all know he was the first player in NBA history to have his jersey retired by a team that he never played for? Did y'all know that? He was also the only player to be bestowed this honor while living. Bill Russell and Kobe Bryant have been honored posthumously. But that's how much Pat Riley respected him. They did it. Pat Riley, the Miami Dolphins, the Miami Heat. Can't nobody wear 23 ever again. It's first time, and I just wanted to share that with you, y'all, yesterday. And then I saw some unique stuff, and I don't know if y'all saw this, that the young man, Brandon Cooks, I think he used to play for the Texans, too. But y'all, this guy was flying a plane, and he had two of his teammates in there. Watch this. That was Michael Parsons and Stephen Gilmore. Right before the preseason game, they were in Seattle, and he flew them around the state. And he is a licensed pilot. And I meant to share that with y'all yesterday, and I also meant to share with y'all because we got a lot of friends of ours in the basketball community are from the Bahamas. The Bahama national team, led by the sons DeAndre Ayton and Eric Gordon, and the Pacers guard Buddy Hield, and who is that? The coach of the Warriors, assistant coach Chris DeMarco. They won the pre-qualifying against Argentina. Argentina got a little mad about it, y'all, because they called back talking about, man, they shouldn't let Eric Gordon shouldn't be able to play on a U.S. team before and go play with a Bahamas team. So that it's going to be some stuff about that going on too. Let's see. And I want to ask y'all, because I've been watching something, and maybe y'all can ask some friends of y'all's. What is it about Black history that make America so dang mad? Somebody answer that question for me, because I need y'all. But basketball people, I need y'all, because I need to talk to y'all. Then I saw something. Wow. Concert the other night. It's so hot out here. In the concert, Snoop Dogg and them had a concert in the Woodlands the other night. And it was so hot, 16 people were taken to area hospitals for additional treatment. It's hot out there, man. Don't be playing out there. I got to tell you that. And then Kendrick Perkins came on and said that they be lying. He had lied on First Take. Watch this. I want y'all to see this.
You know, like I know, right? Doing First Take, that show in particular, you know, it's a debate show. So when you're prepping for it, it's all about where you disagree at to make great TV. It's
take it behind the curtain,
right?
We get the email the night before the show.
Yeah,
and obviously if there's during the playoffs, if there's a game, they're going to say we're going to hit you up in the morning.
Right.
Then we wake up at 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. There's another email. There's a production call at 7:30. There's the final email, usually comes across at 9, and they might have 30 questions. They whittle it down to 5 or 6 things that we all disagree on so that we can talk about it.
So we can talk
and debate.
So sometimes I may play devil's advocate and say, fuck it, right? And I remember it was last year, the Phoenix Suns jump out on the Milwaukee Bucks 2-0, right? And so I'm getting ready to go on First Take the next morning. They like, hey, Perk, would you sit up here and say that the Phoenix Suns are on the verge of being a dynasty? And so my big dumb ass, I'm like, fuck it, hell yeah, I jump out on the limb. They about to win this series anyway, because at that point it looked like Phoenix was the better team before like Giannis flipped the script. So I jump on First Take the next morning, and I was like, when I look at Devin Booker, and I look at Mikal Bridges, and I look at, DeAndre Ayton, not just those three. Forget Chris Paul. They have the core. They have Monty Williams. They have the coaching. They go win this one, and in the next 3 or 4 years, they go win 2.
I just want to give that to y'all. Because when y'all, like somebody texted me yesterday, said, Hatter, so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so got this, gonna get this kind of money. I said, man, I ain't heard that one. Y'all need to quit. Don't be retweeting these people's stuff. Don't retweeting these people's stuff, because it makes you think. See, when you retweet it, it tells me you agree with it. When you retweet it, it says you agree with it. All right? So watch it. Y'all watch it. Unless y'all don't care. Now, if y'all don't care, it's okay. But I saw this. I didn't know what to say about it. And I said, got to talk to my people about this. What do y'all think about this?
Are you the best point guard ever?
Yes.
Are you the best point guard ever?
Yes. I have to, yes. It's me and Magic. That's the conversation.
Yeah. Like it just. Because as we can look at stats all day, right? We can look at stats and try to judge. I wasn't around with Magic.
Me either.
I know, right? So
I have so much respect.
I know there's not a lot of 6'9" point guard. No one's trying. I'm thinking about the '90s growing up. There was nobody trying to be a 6'9" point guard, right? I mean, it just. But I can witness and watch every kid trying to be Curry. You know what I mean? So it's like the influence that you really have on the game from the position as a player. I look at the stats and say, okay, Magic then Curry. When I look at the kids and I watch AAU, it's like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously I have to answer it that way, but I really feel like, to your point, like Magic's resume is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so the fact that we're even having that conversation is it's a place I never thought I'd be in. But the fact that, to your point of like how you grade it and the whole conversation, that's why we have the conversations, because it's fun and it's measuring errors against each other, and I love that's what basketball, that's what sports is all about. That's why people watch. That's why people get in heated debates about it. I love it. So you put me on my own team, I'm gonna rep myself for sure.
Are you the best point guard ever?
See, I'm glad Keith went there. See, I want y'all comments. I love this one. Keith said, what he supposed to say when asked that and the stats and what he supposed to say. What he supposed to say. Talk to me, Charles. What he supposed to say. He was asked the question. He wasn't like somebody I know said, I'm the king. I'm the king. I'm the GOAT. What was he supposed to say? See, this is what I love about people like this. Watch this. You put it up on the screen, right? Who are you to tell him who he is? Who are you to tell him who? Another one. Who are you to tell him who he is? Y'all help me. Who are you to tell him who he is? I'm going to repeat that. Who are you to come tell a person who he is? He is. He said, I'm the greatest. Y'all talking about what he said. The man asked him a question. Are you the best point guard ever? He said, yes, it's me and Magic. Hold on, we're going to talk about this. I love it. But think about it. I don't get into telling nobody who they are. If that's what he say he is. I never forget Isaiah Thomas said, my favorite player ever said, I'm not a point guard, I'm a basketball player. That's who he think he is. But you gonna call him, oh, he this, he'll combo, he'll shunda, he'll combo. Y'all always with the combo. Y'all always got a name for something. Everybody got a name for something. And I understand. That's the way you've been groomed. He said, obviously, Steph said I had to answer it this way. See that? See that? See, there you go. 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 But, to you, Kevin, Khabib, to you. See, look. Magic has more. Has Magic. Hold it right there. Somebody hold my beer, and I don't even drink. I just got so much. Stay there. Kevin, don't you go nowhere. You get the lesson today. I got a lesson for you today. Hold on. Let me go here. You have these conversations. Stephon Curry he said they're fun. Measuring eras against each other's. It's fun. Is blank the greatest of all blank time? Is blank the greatest of all, the greatest blank of all time? It's a matter of, do you think Steph should own it or not? I'm glad he owned it. It is interesting debate, and I don't find a lot of these debates interesting. I don't. But this one is interesting. I'm going to tell you why. When you break down in terms of numbers, okay? Watch this. Magic has everything on him except points per game, 3-point percentage, obviously, free throw percentage, and effective, they call it effective field goal percentage. Analytics. Listen to me. Everything else is in Magic's favor. Magic has played 24 more games in a career than Curry has so far. 906 games for Magic and 882 games for Steph. That's according to Basketball Reference. Look, I'm an old person, okay? Let me help you. I'm finna tell a story. I got you. I got something for all y'all. Keep talking. I love y'all. Keep talking. I'm about to go back and get it, but I'm trying to look at something. I'm trying to paint a picture here. I'm trying to paint a picture here. I'm an old person, and I will see things through an old person's perspective, okay? Magic Johnson went to the finals 9 times out of his 12-year career. Did that, Brian? I got to play a commercial because I got to go get my water. Did y'all hear that? Listen, people, I'm finna make you the smartest person in the barbershop this week. He ain't played for 12 years. 9 times he was in the finals. Steph. Y'all know Steph, my dude now. But I'm giving you facts. Mindy. And this in the modern era when it was 24 teams or more. Not back in the Russell days and when it, He led the league in assists 4 times. I'm talking about Magic. It's good. This is good. This is why I said it's interesting. This is why I'm gonna take some time out. So whenever y'all compare other players, I want y'all to dig this deep. Okay? He led the league in steals twice, Magic did. He was 10 times all NBA. MVP of the league 3 times. MVP of the finals 3 times. 12-time All-Star. MVP of the All-Star game twice. Y'all know I love Steph Curry. Man. But Magic is the better player. You can't replicate what he is. First, you got to become 6'9" first. Every single player who is 6'9", and can dribble had Magic Johnson thing on him. You remember Lamar Odom. The next Magic Johnson, Billy Owens, because he can put him. The next Magic Johnson, Grant Hill, the next Penny Hardaway, the next Scottie Pippen, Walt Williams. Listen to me. Do you know what Walt Williams' nickname was? Curtis Jones. Do you know what Walt Williams used to play at Maryland? You know his nickname was? It was the Wizard. They called him the Wizard because of the things he could do with the ball. They gave him a nickname because he was Magic. You the Wizard. The Magic Man and the Wizard. Because he was supposed to be the next Magic Johnson. But ladies and gentlemen, I've been through history. I told you I'm an old man. Magic is one of one. Have y'all seen the highlights of Magic? Have y'all seen them? Hey, do me a favor. Y'all can go back and watch the highlights of Magic, and they got certain little reel that runs all the time. And guess what? You're going to watch it over and over and over and again, and you're going to say, what the? Who does this? I love it. I love you. I love y'all. But keep going. Watch this. But now you know I got to go back. The Stephon Curry highlights 30 years from now will be equally as crazy. Y'all, I just watched some videos of Steph the other day. Steph pulling up, just throwing up BS shots after the whistle. Somebody just, hitting him at the three-point line. He just threw up a shot. Right? He had a 4-point play against the Celtics, I think 2 years ago, where he got fouled by the guy trying to grab his shooting arm. Right? So he switched to his left hand and behind the arc hit the shot with his left hand while being fouled. I got something for all of y'all. I didn't realize how many times he was doing this. I'm talking about Stephen Curry. They were like take fouls. He was throwing up teardrops that hit the Jumbotron. I mean, it's just a ridiculous highlight reel. I'm going to find it and post it. He is one of the greatest players of all times. He led the league in scoring a year. Listen to me. He led the league in scoring while average shooting 50% from the field, 40% from the three, over 40%, and over 90% from the free throw line. Let me say that again. He led the league in scoring while shooting 50% from the field, half his shots, over 40% from three, and 90%. Y'all, he barely missed. And by the way, the most underrated part of that year was that he also led the league in steals. That's the part that they don't tell you. And he had 6.7 assists a game. He's amazing. He's incredible. He's one of the top 10 players of all time. But Magic, let me tell you something, man. The part that killed me about Magic is people trying to bring up his scoring average. And I'm like, he wasn't trying to score. He averaged 19 points a game, not trying to score. Magic ain't guarding nobody either. I'm glad you said that. Magic ain't never guarded no damn body. So you need to throw that one in the garbage. You just said Magic ain't never guarded no damn body. So if you want to go there, thank you, Thaddeus Moody. Thank you for the content. Kill me with that. He ain't guard nobody. Keith said, who in the league is? Nobody. But watch, let me finish. I love y'all opinions. His career average for assists is 11.2 for his career. His career average for the playoffs was 12.3. Even Steph says Magic's resume is ridiculous. Y'all, listen to me. I want y'all to hear this one more time. 9 times they went to the finals in 12 years. The finals. You know how y'all be talking about some of these guys, they ain't never made the finals. Some of these guys ain't never made no ring. Magic went to the finals 9 out of the 12 years he played. And listen this. What my people, you finna be the smartest person in the nail shop, ladies. And one of them, he was hurt one of the years, had the knee injury. Watch Winning Time. Go Winning Time. They talk about that right now, Winning Time. The year that Paul Westhead got fired. And the other year, he didn't make it to the finals. They lost to the Rockets in '86 in the conference finals. Akeem and Ralph. It was really 9 out of 11. You know, and then he came back for that last time. So really 9 out of 11 times he was really in the league. He was in the finals. When I said 9 out of 12, that's when you can, you know, then I think about the 80s and 96, then I think about the HIV positive. He had to play, and they played 30 games that year and pushed the Lakers into the playoff picture. Jason, let me finish, Jason. We ain't got there yet, Jason. Jason, I don't like, let me stop here, Jason. I don't like to say who best of all time because I don't know. But I know what I do is say who are my favorites. I don't know who is the best of all time because you going to have a different, he going to have a different, Keith, Chuck going to have a different, everybody going to have a different. I don't even get in that. I can't tell you who the greatest of all time because I ain't seen everybody play. Like Gilman Rena said, I didn't really see Magic. Jason, everybody be in these arguments with Michael Jordan. I just tell you, I'm blessed to see both of Michael Jordan and LeBron's up close and personal behind the scenes. And I just, you know. But I'm gonna get back to that. Y'all, but I was going, Jason, you're ahead of me. You're ahead of me. Cause I'm gonna talk about that, Jay. But Stephen Curry called himself the greatest point guard of all time, and some people said he walked back on it in there. He started thinking about it, and he started to break it down. He saw the headlines on NBA Today. It's an interesting thought exercise, though. Very interesting. At some point, y'all got somebody at some point got to truly challenge Magic. Ain't nobody never challenged Magic. You talk about other people, ain't nobody never really challenged Magic. For Steph to get to a point that it's a decent conversation to have, think about that one for me. Think about that one for me. Hold on. I got to go get my water. Hold on. I want y'all to think about it. I got something for you. Check this out. Hold on. Check this out. I couldn't play the music, y'all. I couldn't play the music. because they were playing Whistle While You Twerk. So I couldn't play that. But hold up. Yeah. It's a real conversation. It's a real conversation. It's a real conversation because guess what? It's national news right now. It's a real conversation. To me, might not be now to you. We look at the game different. See, I don't try to impose the way I think of the game on y'all. But for some reason, y'all try to impose how y'all think of the game on me. I don't care how you think of the game. You shouldn't care. Just say, okay. I just don't agree. It's okay. But I think it's a decent conversation to have because this is my show and I'm doing it. I think it's a decent conversation. I think it is. It's one of a thought process that I love because I like to think. When you think back to the 1998 NBA draft that night, Dirk Nowitzki comes out in the Bucks hat. I was there. Comes out. Can't switch to the Mavs hat, until the trade is finished. But we all know that he's going to get traded. If I was to tell you guys that this guy was going to score more points than Will Chamberlain someday, I was there. I looked at Dirk. What if I told you back then that this guy would score more points than Will Chamberlain? Look at me like I'm crazy. The most ridiculous thing you ever heard of. Most ridiculous thing you ever heard of. That guy more points than Will? Man, you on something, Hatter. Now, if I tell you on draft night in 2009 and say Steph Curry is going to be in a conversation, because we're having a conversation, and Magic Johnson, with Magic Johnson as the greatest point guard of all time. It ain't just this show. They're having them all over the world on every show in the country right now. They're talking about it. And to me, it ain't like that. Steph went 7th in the draft. Now, don't get it twisted. He was an underdog in college. He went 7th in the draft. He went in the lottery. But it won't be a long conversation, but we can start the conversation. Now, it won't be a long conversation. I didn't say it was going to be a long. I just said we can start a conversation. That's a testament to his greatness. Even if you can mention his name with Magic. Here's a breakdown. Y'all, I'm going to give y'all a breakdown. I'm going to give you a breakdown of the honors from Basketball References. Okay? It's not my honors. It's not my record. You check the Hall of Fame box for Magic. He always in there. Can't check that for Steph right now because he's still playing. Okay? But he's going to be there. 5 championships rings for Magic. 4 for Steph. That's close. 9 first team all NBA for Magic. 4 for Steph. Did y'all hear me? 9 all NBA first team. First, I was the best guard 9 years. But 9. That's when they pick point guard, shooting guard. Yeah, back there. Okay. 10 times all NBA in general. Watch this. 9 for Steph. So that ain't bad. 10 to 9. Okay. But I remember, people. I want y'all to remember a reminder. I don't know what's wrong with my life. A reminder, people. 10 times overall in the 12-year career. Magic was a bad man. For us to even hear just mentioning Steph Curry's name, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to tell you about the 2 years that he didn't make All-NBA. Let me give y'all some information. The year he played 30 games because he got hurt, and the year he played 30 games when he came back from HIV. Wow. Which was a death sentence. Those are the 2 times he didn't make it. So Steph is one behind on all NBA honors. 3 MVPs for Magic, 2 MVPs, 2 for Steph. In Steph's defense, he had the only unanimous MVP. That means something. I don't care what y'all say. He had the only unanimous MVP ever, Seneca. Ever. It's from that year when he led the league in scoring and then shot the 50, 40, 90 shooting percentage, right? 3 finals MVPs for Magic, 1 for Steph, but he should have had 2. They just gave Iguodala 1. I don't care what nobody said. 12 All-Star appearances for Magic, 9 for Steph. And if you didn't hear it earlier, if y'all just got here late, they're very close in games played. 906 for Magic, 882 for Steph. Magic played 12 seasons, 2 in which were extremely curtailed by injuries and what have you. Really, he played 10 seasons. If you go through the games played that year, by year, played per year, watch this. Watch this. His first year, he scored 77. Excuse me. The first year, he played 77 games, and then he played 37. That's the next year when he got hurt. Then he played 78 games, 77 games, 67, 77, 72, 80, 72, 77, 79, and then the last season he played 32. Steph had 147 career playoff games. Magic had 190. That's why I'm saying it's a conversation. Steph had, now you got to remember, Steph been playing all the best of 7 in the first rounds. Magic was going best of 3 at first, and then it went from the best of 5. But I got something for you. We know he ain't better than Magic. I know he ain't. But what do y'all think? There are people out there would say Isaiah Thomas is better than Steph. Oscar Robertson, Jason Kidd would be in the mix. John Stockton. This is why it's easy for me to have Magic over Steph, but it's harder for me to answer to these other guys. And what y'all think? Because there are 2 conversations being held. The best point guard and the best player to play the point guard position. It's 2 different things. The best point guard to me is the guy who exemplifies what a point guard is supposed to be. And that doesn't exclude scoring. There are other point guard duties too that Steph doesn't do by virtue on how his team is set up. He don't have to do some of them things. So when you think about Jason Kidd, who was a brilliant point guard, or Gary Payton, or Isaiah Thomas, or Steve Nash, or Chris Paul, all of these guys are doing an actual point guard job. The reason it's easier on Magic is because on any measure, the best player, he the best player. The best point guard, he the best point guard. The best player at the point guard, he the best player. It don't matter. that dude is the best at it and might be best overall. Some people still say that. When it comes to the other guys, I start to get into semantics. When you are when you are on StatHead a basketball reference page, I'm gonna show you some crazy stuff. I looked at the page that I was on, and I used to, compare these two. The URL, the line, the code, the URL code. It says stathead.com/versus/Steph/Curry hyphen dash versus dash Magic. They just use Magic one name. They they put Steph whole name, but Magic so cold he went by one name. And these the computer people. We don't need to stretch the URL and the URL anymore. That's it. So Magic is that great. So like I would like to do, y'all. And what I do with y'all, because I love y'all's opinions. I love it. If I go against your opinion, that means I like it. I'm gonna repeat it. If I don't say nothing about your opinion, I might ain't thinking about it. Let me help you out. What Gilbert made sense to me. I never thought I'd say Gilbert Arenas. I like the fact that he spoke on it. He said, I wasn't around when Magic was around. I like that. I ain't never heard y'all say that. I know y'all been. But I'm going to finish this and I'm going to go back and look at all you. We're going to talk about your comments. Okay? But he said, I ain't never heard nobody, if I'm in an argument talking to them, said, well, man, I wasn't around when that. I think sometimes we when we have these conversations, it's not the fact that we are disrespecting the past. It's not the fact, because some people brought it to my attention. They said, Robert, it's not the fact that I don't want to acknowledge the past. It's the fact that I don't have anything truly compare with the present. Well, then say that. Somebody would always say, y'all forgetting about, it's always somebody, y'all forgetting about the 60s and the 70s. And this goes to any debate that they have, y'all. And Gilbert said, I wasn't around when Magic was balling. It's different when you see the direct impact that Curry has had on the game today. Y'all see it. I told y'all just at Jimmy's event the other day. Zale could have put up more numbers. At the Jimmy, this team was winning in the championship, and this little dude came down and thought he was Steph Curry and pulled it. Long elbow, a brick to the side of the basket. And the other team went on a run and put the game back in peril. You follow me? It's different, y'all, when you see Steph. It doesn't erase who Magic was and what Magic has done. Like y'all up here, it ain't erased with Magic. But Gil say, I ain't just watched Magic ball. Half of y'all ain't just watched Magic ball. One is more relatable than the other because that's the era that these guys were born in. And I'm smart enough to understand that. I'm just asking you to go a little further. So, when we talk about, let's say, who are our 5 favorite point guards, it's not the fact that we're disrespecting the past. It's our 5 favorite point guards because of the era we were raised in. The basketball that we watch the most. Why don't we start saying, well, who's your 5 favorite? Because don't none of y'all know who the best. That's subjective. Who are your favorite? You know who your favorite is. You know that. Those we developed a liking to for whatever reason. I think it's better to have a favorite five than a best of five. That's just me. In a second, Seneca even agreed with me. I know I must have hit on something. Seneca ain't never agreed with me. But Seneca, think about it. If you do best and you forget about Cousy and Russell or Oscar Wilt, well, you're wrong. You saw them guys. Man, ain't no shoot guy. Then your list is wrong. You follow me? If you're going to do the top centers of all time and start in the 80s, I'm sorry. Your list probably sucks. I'm sorry. You can debate all you want to, but neither is subjective. Go look up what subjective means. It's you're not going to think like Kirk Dorsey. Look, everybody put their face. You can't. He still wants to say, we still have a debate of you can't have you can debate it until you're crazy. You can debate who the best, Michael Jordan. You can't. You can debate it. But you can't debate who's your favorite. Who's your favorite? You can't debate it. If you're going to do the top, you have to have Russell and Wilt in there somewhere. If you want to keep doing it like that, it's Moody. Watch this, y'all. Let me get it. They don't have to be number one, but they got to be somewhere in there. If you do a favorites, you don't have to put them in there. Did I fill my thing up? I'm going to let y'all get that one. I know how to mess your game up. I know how to mess you. Well, Robert, I want to argue about the debate about who's the best. I'm just going to give you another option. I'm finna give you another option. I'm going to give you another option. Listen. If you're doing favorites, you don't have to put nobody in there but the people you like. You don't have to, because it's your list. It's your favorite. If you are doing a best of, you got to have Bill Russell and them and Will in there. And I know because y'all didn't see him play, so y'all don't feel y'all can put him in there. But it's okay to have recency bias. If you are doing the best two guards of all time, you have to have Jerry West in there. Even if you didn't watch him play. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? I know I done sent y'all somewhere else. Everybody, put their favorite point guard. Oh, he said Magic, Zeke, Kid, Nash. I like that list. I like that. That's a good name. Kevin Keebay, don't you never debate with me no more because you got Nash on this list. But that's who you like. See, I get to know about you when I find out who you like. Hold up, Kelton. So Kelton just talking Magic. Hold up. Magic, Zeke, Chris Paul, Steph, Gus Williams. I like them. I know, but they get. I just debated. I just baited Kevin Keebay. Why you put Nash in there? It can be debated. Magic was responsible for 90% of the Lakers' points. 90. Magic, Zeke, Kid, Peyton, KJ. That's a good one. Wait a minute. Chuck McGowan, that's a tough one. But I have to start with Magic, Isaiah, Chris Paul, Phil Ford. That's a good one. In the league? Phil Ford didn't do nothing in the league. Man, hold up. Mark Edwards, we talk about the NBA. Won't you be talking about them two bums? Didn't do nothing in the NBA. No, I can't believe that. Y'all see what he did? See, I ain't trying to cheat. Y'all see how Mark, come on, man. I knew I should have been watching this list more carefully. Let me see. Who else said? Magic can play all 5 positions plus coach. No, he couldn't coach. He was a terrible coach. El Ray Dixon, he was a terrible coach. They fired his ass in 2 weeks. Terrible coach. Terrible coach. Terrible coach. If you're a player, you won't mind in either of their hands to make the decision. That's right. Let me go back. Jason Peters said, if I had a choice to pick between 2 point guards, I'm taking Steph Curry. That's a good one. I'm gonna tell y'all my list later. I'm gonna give y'all, old man gonna give y'all his list. I promise you, I got mine already written down. It ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Coaches and roles play bigger. Let me go back. Let me see if anybody else. Kevin Lewis, how many you gonna have? Magic, Stockton, another Stockton, Rod Strickland, CP3, Gary Payton. I like that. Oh, that's his college list. Okay, all right. We talking about NBA. Oh, so he just added a list. Okay. Magic, we talking about point guards now, not Jordan. Magic, Jordan, Wilt. What is this man talking about? Wilt? What is you talking about, man? We talking about point guards right now, man. Let me get that off. Sometimes you have to ignore certain things, Robert. Okay. I can't ignore it. They're putting it on the screen. Kevin Lewis, who do you consider the best player? There you go. Who consider? You can't consider who the best. It's just his opinion. How do you correct? My father made me watch on the reel about Will Chamberlain. Then he told me never disrespect Will Chamberlain. You can't. Y'all are funny, man. I'm funny. Kelton Solomon. Man, y'all funny. Y'all really funny. Let me see. All right, there you go, Kelton. Kelton got one of my Kelton trying to get my list. Kelton trying to get my list. Kelton trying to get my list, man. Kelton, I'm not going to let you steal my list, Kelton. You just can't do it. You can't do it. You was close. Who else? I like that. Let me give you my list. I go in my list. I go in my history. I got it up on my board. I got it up here. My list, y'all. My list is hard as hell. I'm going to tell you. See, yeah, and it ain't knowing no numbers. So don't be telling nobody. Penny, he put somebody over you. Penny Hardaway is one of them. Okay? My favorite point guards. My list of favorites. I didn't say the greatest. Favorite. Isaiah. Steph. Magic. Man, I'm torn between these last two. Jesus, take your will. I'm gonna go Russ over Gary Payton. Gary, a good friend of mine. I know him. He gonna get mad if he see this, but he just gonna have to understand. I just like Russ. I just like Russ. When everybody talk about him, I talk about him, but I just still like Russ. That's my 5. That's my 5, y'all. But and Kelton, I like that. Kelton. I like that. They're my guy. Thaddeus Moody said Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, Nate Archibald. Yeah. Hey, but 3, man. Thaddeus Moody over there drinking. Yeah, Jimmy, you drinking something? What are you drinking? Oh, you just can't hear. Oh, now he finished. Tim Hardaway. Man, I forgot. I like them guys. Tim Hardaway and Steph Curry. That's a good list. And see, that's what I said. I can't tell you who the greatest was. Some of them guys I ain't seen. But I can tell you who my favorites are. And I just gave you my favorites. I got to put Russ. I got to put Russ on there, man. Russ did some stuff ain't nobody never did. What's up, Jimmy, man? You're awfully late. So what you got? What you got? You must got something to say. Huh?
I remember somebody said something. Well, that was, I think George Raveling had made that comment a couple of months ago, and I quoted him. But I was wondering, and it made me start paying attention. How come the media don't never throw two white guys out there for them to just get at it on a regular? It's like they know that it's just gonna drive us bonkers, which it's good for the hood, but we always compare.
What white girl? Who can we put? Bird against who? Bird ain't got no. Who can we put?
They got several.
We always talk about greatness. Who else is great?
In regards to Bird, you can put him against Dirk Nowitzki. They can put him against. I mean, they can put Luka against one of those old white guys. They don't put Bob Cousy up against Bob Pettit. They don't, against
Bob Pettit and Bob Cousy. They were teammates.
I'm just giving you an example.
No, they were teammates.
Well, they don't put him against any other white guy on a regular.
But who was? Give me a contemporary. I've seen him and Pete Maravich being compared to.
Okay, what about the Canadian that won MVP?
Who?
The Canadian that won MVP for the Phoenix Suns. He was MVP twice, wasn't he?
Oh, Steve Nash.
Yes.
Canadian.
Yeah, he's
maybe the people just didn't compare him.
I'm just saying though. They may have.
I don't believe in that. George Raveling, I don't. I mean, just because they don't compare. Guess what? Maybe they comparing in their circles. This our circles. We comparing in our circles.
But it becomes a topic. I'm just saying it becomes topic on our mainstream medias.
Because
on a regular.
Yes.
It becomes topic. What I'm saying is why aren't there white?
Who gonna sit up here and listen to somebody debate about stats, Nash versus Stockton? Ain't nobody gonna sit and listen to that. Mainstream media smart enough not to put that mess on.
Okay, but not even baseball, not even basketball. I'm talking about in all sports. The closest thing that we got.
Oh, they talk about Brady and what you call him every day.
The closest thing that we got was Aaron Rodgers and Brady.
No, Brady and Peyton Manning. That was they argued about that every day.
So guess what? What I just said, on a regular, there's a different flavor of the month presented to us.
You got to be great, man. Ain't enough great white players. Jimmy, you got mainstream media trying to move the needle. I disagree with George Raveling.
So why we don't hear Verlander versus Kershaw on the regular, or Max versus Kershaw?
Nobody's talking about that sorry ass baseball.
I'm talking about all sports. Remember, golf took a major spike with Tiger Woods because it was Tiger versus everybody, like those T-shirts say, so and so versus everybody. But then now it's back to norm. In all sports, they don't get a flavor of the month. We get a flavor of the month because that drives us bonkers. That drives us.
It don't drive us bonkers. That's why I just said I'm not pitting nobody. I said, who are your favorites? Who are your favorites? Then ain't nobody gonna tell me. I can have favorites. I ain't saying nobody better than nobody. I just got my I changed the game today. You were late. I changed the game. Who are your 5 favorite point guards? That's all I say. Don't tell me who your best. Who's your 5 favorite? Because they are your 5 favorites. You ain't saying if Cousy one of your favorites, he your favorite. I ain't pitting nobody against nobody. So that I don't even know how you came with that conversation because we wasn't pitting nobody against No, they were. They were on the feed.
I said mainstream media because today on First Take, that was a topic on Magic or Curry. That was a topic. So that spearheaded. That's going to
guess what? They're late, Jimmy. Because guess what? Gilbert Arenas mentioned it 3 days ago. So we talking about it. We ain't watching First Take today. We watching Chop Shop.
Remember, the operative word was mainstream media. That's what I've said. So it don't matter. I'm not talking about
mainstream media don't mean as much as it used to, Jimmy.
Mainstream media do have, and that's the most watched talk show of sports talk show in the history of sports. Is that show that it was on? So therefore, it does have a current or an undercurrent under it. If they say something, it's magnified.
Well, what did they say? Because we ain't even talked about what they said.
Man, come on, man.
What did they say? I don't know what the hell we don't know what they said. We got our own little talk about this.
Steph Curry says he's the best point guard ever.
Well, we know that. I said that. But what?
So that means Magic. So that's spearheaded. Well, do you think it was Magic or do you think it was Bird? That was their segment on that. And one gave his take on as to the left. One gave his take to the right, and the other one was eventually the tiebreaker. And gave his take. So my thing is,
I don't care about their take though, Jimmy. I just don't. You might. I don't care about their take.
It has influence. It has influence. So
we having our own talk on this show right now.
So once again, why every month? I remember when Shannon Sharp was on Fox with Skip Bayless. It was almost like every 2 weeks they had to go into LeBron versus Jordan. That was like and it just kept going.
Jimmy, that's by design for them.
Exactly. So the writers or whoever had the power to insert that, why wasn't it a subplot or another one on another day about two other guys that might be right?
Because that's what the writer wanted to hear. The writer is white.
You know what
the producer is white.
And the producer will want to justify that, or Skip Bayless, who has last say on all content or all topics. We know that now. If you didn't know that before, that means that topic was repeatedly brought up because it must have attracted views.
So why didn't Skip Bayless talk about the white players?
Because it didn't. I'm saying though, they hardly did it to even see if it would attract the same amount of views. That's what I'm saying. On a regular, this topic would always get people in an uproar. And whenever LeBron is doing well, then it's time to bring it up.
Jim, I changed the game today, Jimmy. Forget mainstream media. I changed the game today. I said, who are your favorite players? Who is your favorite? If you got y'all having a debate against Michael and who is your favorite? Tell me who your favorite. If that's your favorite, that's your favorite. Because I never forget. My young man said it so eloquent. Gilbert Arenas said, and I hope one of these guys on the mainstream media said this. He said, "Man, I didn't see Magic. I can't. But I've seen the impact that Stephen Curry has on these kids in these gyms. I didn't see Magic. Ain't nobody who can duplicate Magic. They tried to. Billy Owens, Lamar Odom, and none of Penny and Grant Hill. Ain't no do Magic 1-of-1. So you got to duplicate. You can't duplicate 6'9" and can do that. You can't nobody do that. So he 1-of-1. So that's what we were talking about. We had changed the game. Mainstream media, they need to be listening to us, and maybe they can change the game. Maybe mainstream media need to be listening to this show a little bit earlier. That's all. Because all I'm saying is, forget all of that. Y'all gonna argue all you did. Because you're gonna have a list. You're gonna have a list. You're gonna have who great is. You're gonna have it great. You're gonna have a great. You think Kobe's good? You go. Just say, who is your favorite point guard? Who is your favorite player? Who is your favorite? Who is your favorite? But like somebody said, we just love the debate. That is Moody said, how do people love the debate? I said, okay, all right, we're going to debate. Do your thing. Debate by yourself. So that's how this topic came along. Not about whether we talking about a white player or no, that we wasn't even talking about that. We wasn't debating. You just came in on the end. We were not debating. We were talking. I done already talked about Sha'Carri Richards, and I talked about her a long time. So we can skip over her. What else you got?
We got, I'm sure you talked about the University of Houston situation.
Yeah, I talked about that. I mean,
Uh,
young man
and
passed away.
yeah, and that's second. They had a high school kid that passed away a couple of weeks ago. And second, what is doing that is sad, but man, this is I think they're doing an autopsy to find out the exact cause for old Cheney. Meanwhile, I was looking and talking transfer portal talk, and of course, guys, thank you guys for the response from the season opener schedule that we released yesterday. A lot of people appear to be pleased with that, and that's just one of the things that I strive to do. It's not easy to gather and get all those teams to agree to sometimes move around their schedules, vacate games in order to meet up under one roof and put it on for the city. At the same time, um, a lot of people, get out there and support these younguns, and that will help generate the energy that they need to go on through and keep pushing through. I think the Rock on Wood is about halfway filled up on both sessions for this Sunday. Deadline is on Wednesday. So that means on Wednesday evening, whoever complete registration, we would damn near open it up to anybody that was a varsity starter last year. If you started on varsity, you contact me directly, because what I'm going to do or what I'm not going to do, I'm gonna do like what's that music guy name? The one that King George. This train gonna keep on rolling.
I like it.
So I'm just saying what I'm not gonna do is I'm not going to sit back and fall into the trap of waiting on 15, 20 guys to come, and they're sitting there waiting around and guys trying to persuade them, but man, you worked out 3 times on Saturday, so man, you might want to take this Sunday off. Why you gonna got you? Do whatever you want to do, because we want people in that building who want to be there. It's an open gym. The day that you have to start convincing people, as I said yesterday, and give them reasons why they should come to an open gym, that's a sign right there. And you see how it works out for them. Some guys, guess what? Do what you want to do. And
just keep going. I just want people to see that. That wasn't for you to see.
Yeah. And
he died in his sleep. He wasn't. Yeah.
That's one to get that message out there. Once again, if you did not get an invite to Rock on Wood, to make it easier, just get with me on Thursday morning. And if your son was a varsity starter last year, and he's in the 11th or the 12th grade right now, if he started on varsity, that means he's good enough for Rock on Wood. And we're going to fill this thing up just like it was last week and keep that energy flowing through there.
So you ain't finna wait on them. You ain't finna wait on the prima donnas?
No. Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
I put a plea out to him.
So I'm not gonna wait on them. That was 24 hours ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not one of those guys' names you said signed up between yesterday and today.
What?
Not one of them. Not one of them names you mentioned.
Maybe they didn't see the show.
Guess what? They got a whole nother day. I'm telling you, trust me on this one. I'm not, because here's the thing.
You already know what's happening.
I'm not going to even give you your workout guy. We're going to help make the decision for him. Because they could easily say, hey, man, hey, no next Sunday, Rock on Wood. See, I know how to trick that. If I wanted to trick it, I could trick it. But I don't remember. I told you guys I got tired of trying to. I don't like playing coochie coo with these kids with basketball. All I got to do is get your workout guy to come and give him a chance to coach one of the teams. And guess what he gonna do? He gonna tell that guy to come because now he want the guy to come, the kid to come. All I got that's once again. That's all I got to do is tell every one of the top workout guys.
So the workout guys got that damn kind of clout around this city.
To some of them they do. Right now. To some of them.
Because they ain't gonna, hey, after a while, they're gonna, yeah.
Right now. You know, and guess what? That's all I gotta do. Because
workout guy.
You know what happens? Because I can tell the workout guy, if you come and coach these teams, you can pick up more clients. So he ain't gonna. I know how to trick the game, guys. I'm a hustler. I know how to hustle folk if I wanted to. I don't choose to do that. I got a different colored cape on. But I'm trying to tell you, so that's what happens when people get like I do hustle them for good, not for bad, they get mad. I don't hustle like that. I can.
That ain't a bad hustle.
Yeah, but that, I don't like, because I got to trick this dude to get the kid. I ain't studying about that.
You ain't tricking him. You just saying, hey.
But you know what, though, when that kid comes, his energy ain't going to be there. And then we wonder, like you was before, you say, man, I'm wondering why them kids got the same energy level. Like somebody told me this morning, the kids last year looked like at that same class, like they were so friendly. She said they were competing in that 9th grade class the other day.
Yeah.
They was competing.
They were going at it.
But the other class, last year, she said one of the class that they went to, it was like everybody was just buddy, friendly, too friendly.
Like it's an all-star game or something.
Yeah. And that ain't what we
don't bring your butt out there. You think it's an all-star game. But that's unique, man. In case you didn't wonder, I put a plea out because I wanted to see these guys. I haven't seen them, and I called them by name. And if you don't know the name, go back and get the show Monday, and go find it. And the top 10 guys in those class, according to RCS Sports, top 20 guys in each class. I called them by name and said I wanted to see them. And maybe they just hadn't seen the show yet. Somebody should have took a clip of that, what I said, and send it to them guys. You send a clip to send. I know for a fact y'all sent clips before of what we said. I'm going to repeat it, Jimmy. I know for a fact, Jimmy, I can tell you one thing. Sometimes when you commentating a football, a basketball game, you got to tell it like it is, right? You can say a million great things about the kid, but when you say he got to be better than this in order for us to win, oh, he hating on my son. He's got to be better than this in order for us to win a game in NCAA tournament. That ain't hating. He said you can cut clips from Facebook now. Thank you, Alfio. I didn't know that. Y'all can cut it and send it to every. Y'all know these guys. I know y'all know. And let me tell you something, Jimmy. It's some people on here that's been keeping the guys. Tell me, no, don't do it late. They watch it every day. Listen, yeah, they watch it every day. But keep going. I didn't know, Jimmy. I thought they had flooded in there and sent you the invite already. My bad. I thought
not one of them.
I thought, man, my bad.
No. You didn't do nothing wrong.
No. I'm talking about. I know the next time.
And that once again, and that's one of the reasons that why you can have to explain or define why I'm in this space now. It's because I've already announced to you guys after 2023, I'm no longer doing rankings. In case you didn't hear it before. So therefore, I could care less who's the best, who's the top, who better than this one. Because my thing is, either you sitting on, it's like in the band. Either you on the
first seat.
You're on the first chair, first row, second row, third row. You're on that row and your name gonna be in alphabetical order. So are you sitting on that floor? Or you on one of those rolls on the floor? If you're not, then guess what? You still got his action, but then you got to work your way down on that floor.
Man, I'm appalled. I'm really. I wish you hadn't told me that. That done messed my day up, man. That done messed my day up. I know you don't care, but I can't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care like that.
Yeah.
You follow me? So that's why I make it where it's
No,
truthful.
I just me personally, Jimmy, I ain't trying to get them to.
I care, but I don't care like that.
It's not my event. It's your event. It's Doug's event. All y'all event. I just say if I'm in town, I'm gonna come watch y'all play. I haven't seen a lot of y'all play. I want to be able to talk about y'all. Maybe one of y'all, because there's some guys out there that made me want to come watch that game. When I talk, y'all don't understand. When I talk about you on that show, every college coach down there in the country watch this show. Guess what? They gonna hear about your name and say, whoa. I just no. He talking about do the rankings, Jimmy. No, he ain't doing them after two. Yeah. That's already done. But
I'm retiring from rankings.
Let somebody else do it.
Yeah, let the rest of them have it. They can play around with that.
Coach Jimmy, it really and truly, you done rank these guys right here, and they don't appreciate the damn ranking to me.
Exactly. So
Troy Bieniemy, you took the time out to go and rank these guys. Because I see you to move some guys up and down and around. It ain't just no blanket rankings. And guess what? They don't think enough of it to come. I wouldn't rank their ass either. How about that? Your name just gonna be a name.
They're gonna get just what they want. And then what's gonna happen is they're gonna realize, I told you it'll take about 3 to 5 years when the city will realize something, that a lot of people used those rankings as a measuring stick.
Yeah, barometer.
Other stuff. And when you don't, you're not going to have them anymore. You just watch. I'm telling you. But at the same time, DFW did not have no individual rankings publicly. And they have thrived over the past 6-7 years. Thrived into record-setting dominance in comparison to other cities of the high school recruiting. So guess what? No public rankings worked for Dallas. And all y'all kept talking for years. I heard you from close and afar. Talking about, got your eyes focused on what Dallas doing. What Dallas doing. Dallas doing like this. They ain't okay. Well, you know how Dallas doing like that? We explain it to you. Because one of the most important things, I think Alan Branch was the last person to have public rankings in that DFW area. And that might have been 7-8 years ago, or 6-7 years ago. And he's no longer do it. They have rankings that's in the state. And they have some people that may do some behind the curtain, but they're not public for the general population to see. So therefore, they can walk into every parent house or every day, all of their faces, and say, man, I really love your kid. He the best in the city. Ain't none of them dudes better than your baby. Turn around on the next day, go tell somebody else the same thing that they told your kid. And guess what?
Don't nobody do that mess.
Oh, no. They did that in Dallas because I've talked to parents.
Oh, okay.
And they did that. And guess what? It worked for them. Because my thing was, that's why I challenged them to put some rankings out so them parents can see just how much you love their babies. They didn't do it because they knew what time it was. They're smart enough. And they were smart enough, those guys that were so-called gatekeepers in people of influence. So there you go. So guess what? We're going to do that. We're going to try that play in H-Town, in Greater Houston. Well, I'm going to try that play. And guess I'm not saying I won't never do them again. But I don't plan on ever doing them again. I don't care to ever do them again. What I care to do is focus on this magazine, get a magazine out, and focus on providing good events. Good events. Remember, perfection is not attained when you can no longer add, but only when you can no longer take away. So that's something that you take that and hope that's food for thought. But and I see old Paul Miranda slid up in there. Going
I
on,
told
Paul.
Paul to send me his ranking.
He have rankings.
I'm asking. Send me your rankings, Paul.
Yeah, that's a good question. And also, hey man, we got a little kid that just joined us on the Chop Shop, young man named Andrew Nguyen, right? He played on the state championship team, I think, from South Falls back in 2017, alongside uh, what's Angela Williams' son name? The kid at Oral Roberts. What's Angela? Coach Angela who used to coach track.
Uh,
What's the young fella name?
man. Oldest kids. Oh my
You
God.
got I forgot the name too, the young fella. But anyway, Andrew Nguyen played at University of St. Thomas. I saw him on Sunday. And he started, played on the team, stayed at home, got that degree, then turned around. I learned on
DJ Weaver.
Yeah, DJ
DJ
Weaver.
Weaver.
My mind went blank on him.
Mhm.
And this young man has obtained his master's degree,
Mhm.
and he works for an architecture firm now. And he used basketball to attain that. Understand something. He come out of the master's degree, walk right into an architecture firm where he works at right now. He still in his spare time works out some kids. So that's it's kind of like the hobby for a lot of former players now. A hobby meaning a paid hobby. You go and you get your few kids to work out. But that is awesome, and I'm proud of this young man for utilizing a local institution to strive to go move toward this successful point of his life. That's awesome. And shout out to Coach Medina for helping to mold those guys. He's one man. He's. Let me tell you something, Al. If ever HBU, which is known as HCU, comes open, Rice comes open, Coach Medina deserves an interview. He deserves an interview. If any of those jobs come open, based on his blueprint, what he's doing at University of St. Thomas, regardless of level, being able to get those guys and have a graduation rate of what he has at that school is straight up phenomenal. Remember, he graduated the two twins a couple of years ago from Sam Houston, Leonard and Kennard Robinson. Always looking at people say, "Oh man, them guys, no Division One is going to take both of those kids." They didn't want to be separated. They tricked the whole game. We going over here. We can still play together. It's fun playing together. One played, the other one didn't at first. The other one, he stuck it out. He didn't go and move away. Man, I want to transfer another school to help. He stuck it out. Both got degrees. That's what I'm talking about. You mold young men. And Andrew Nguyen said somebody assisting at St. Pius now too. That's awesome. Yeah, Nigel Hawkins was on that team. Yeah, man. Awesome. Now, did Paul ever send you his
No, he said leave it to Gasso.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see it now. Okay, I see it now. And once again, you have Doug Seneca Johnson. If Doug Jones want to continue to do rankings, which I doubt very seriously that Doug wants to do rankings, I have to pull Doug teeth to get him to do rankings right now with help. And Jeffrey Day, I think, does rankings now. Let Jeffrey Day be the rankings guy. And but after 22, so that means this 21st edition of the magazine will be a collector's item because it's going to be the last one that you're going to see rankings in. So that's going to be a thing. Now we got to think, I got to go and have a meeting and think of who do I put on those rankings. Some of that is determined by a lot of that. Sometimes kids that's on the bubble, they can play themselves on that front cover by what they do at an opportunity like Ruck on Wood. But we'll see how that go, and hopefully There's a great those guys that you mentioned yesterday had them. Maybe, hopefully, they say, okay, I'm gonna wait and do it at the and go on and sign on up.
I'm really disappointed right now.
You can ask me tomorrow because I think the deadline is Wednesday. And as I said earlier, I'm going to open it up to any varsity starter from last season. If they want to get in Ruck on Wood, I will personally send you an invite for you to register if you started on varsity. I don't care how small you are. I don't care how tall you are. I ain't trying to go in. We got enough. I'm looking on the list. Looking on the list right now. We got enough. Uh, there's enough height up in there. I see some good length. But those kids that
But
you
you got to
mentioned,
be a starter though.
got to be a starter. And I'm gonna look it up. For guys I don't recognize to verify. I'm gonna contact your coach. I didn't say start at one game. What's a minimum? What's a minimum game they should have started out of? What, 10,
Yeah,
15,
yeah,
20? 20
yeah.
games. 20 games started
Because
for
somebody
last.
could have got hurt after them 20 games, so they didn't play for 20 games. But you know what? That's
15
good.
games. That's half the season. 15 games.
Let me tell you
15.
something. You know what? I just thought about it. That's a good thing. Offer it up to people that really want to appreciate it, and yeah. I like that. I'm just thinking about that right now. Yeah, we're gonna show you. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna show you, but y'all young fellas, man, y'all been misled, man. I'm just telling y'all. So I don't know who y'all listening to, and maybe y'all all signing up right now. I'm not sure, but I'm just disappointed to hear that because I was looking forward to seeing y'all, Jimmy, because I see me. I'm the kind of guy. I look at it. If I don't get a chance to come seeing you do the season, I just won't. So it's okay. I guess it's all right. I guess your handlers are handling you properly. Some of these people, man, need to be took out in the back of the woodshed. I'm just telling you. When that man told me it was some handlers at the 26 game, actually a little kid said, "Man, what school you go to?" The kid had to look at 3 people before he let these kids confused already, man. They can't even play that damn good. And I just don't understand y'all, man, out here. Summer basketball people and workout guys. Y'all ought to be shamed. Y'all lack having this little power that y'all think y'all have. But I'm watching, I'm taking receipts because I see some promises that y'all been making. And guess what? And people still winding up not being where you think and I don't know what you telling them parents. Y'all parents better watch it and look. Man, these people can't send you nowhere. These people can't, man. Let me tell you something, man. These people, your play. Get tired of you parents keep trying to get these shortcuts. Your play. You got to play basketball consistently to be able to talk about going and playing at one of these colleges. I'm telling you, ask the transfer portal. And a lot of y'all just not prepared. So yeah, you need to play basketball every time it go, especially in a situation like this. Come on, man.
I got talked to a college coach this morning, and depending on they have. Uh, See, here's my thing. There's a college in Texas, a junior college. That's 2 years. They have a full scholarship right now for basically any kid that I say their name right now to this coach. It's about a 70% chance they're gonna at least you'll get a half scholarship. In basketball and JUCO, they can bust them in half. They can gap it down. At least. I've gave them a few names. A couple of kids had them. That's not signed. That's in the top 50.
Mm-hmm.
They've made contact with about 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And would you believe that one of the young men, he's the smallest one, he turned down the scholarship I didn't say a piece. He turned it down and said, Coach, I got me a job, minimum wage job. I'm just gonna keep working his job. I don't even want to play no more. He called this other one that's about 6'4", 6'5". I got him in the top 30, Adam. He don't even want to play basketball no more. Another one, he goes and visits the school. He was contemplating, and he say, "Nah, I'm just gonna go on and go and be a student at this D1 that I'm going to." My question is to you guys: do y'all think that some of these kids, remember that this is a free scholarship. It's available right now for somebody from 2023, or if there's one of those, 45% of the transfer portal that didn't go to college, if they are freshmen, it was of those 700 and something freshmen that didn't find a new school, it's a free ride. And I tell you guys, in life, it's who you know. Relationships is going to float the boat on down the river or can keep the boat from sinking. Why do y'all make these kids believe that you can do everything for them? That's part of the problem. These kids fall down, don't even know how to get up. They so used to doing this. They fall down, they're gonna raise their hand up. Come on, y'all can help me up. Help me on up. Think about what I'm saying. A kid fall down, they gonna lay there. And they're wrong. There's some coaches that breeds camaraderie in certain programs. But I'm not talking about every time. You can still make it look like you want to get yourself up. These kids are unable, and in so many different areas of society, to whereas they think it's cool now to decline a free education when you have no education in store in front of you right now.
At least the little man know. The other little man said, "Man, I'm just gonna get me a minimum wage. I'm tired of this basketball. I'm gonna get me a minimum wage job."
And guess what?
I don't respect that, but
A coach reminded me, Howder. Remember a couple of years ago this happened? Remember Atascocita went to state and had two starters that had multiple offers, and they were tapped out and said, "No, I don't want to play no more." See, and I was talking to one of the coaches, and their thesis is that a lot of these kids are led to believe that it's all or none. Meaning if you ain't Division I, you failed. Because you ain't gonna, I wouldn't take no D3 or no D2. Don't take none of that. You Division I. And kids emulate whom they idolize. So if somebody of influence is telling a kid that, and sooner or later they may pick that up into their beliefs. Hey man, you the best, man. You better than all them dudes, man. You dropped 30 on him when y'all was in the 8th grade at a tournament over at the boys club. Man, you whooped this dude here, man. You scored 40 on this dude, man. Not gonna tell you that you lost by 50, but you scored 40 on this. So since he's going Division I, you got to go Division I. Because you started over this other little guy when y'all was in the 5th grade. He rode the bench behind you. Mind you, you didn't grow no more. He didn't grow 6 inches. All that type of foolishness is planted into the heads of these young boys, right? And when it comes time and the recruitment ain't just like what they believed in, and they tap out. They like, man, the hell with this. they were led to believe that basketball is going to yield them it was like a magic wand to just take them on down the yellow brick road of life. And they wasn't taught that input equals output. They wasn't taught that, man, first of all, you got to start asking these kids. Ask these kids, are you willing to go and sit on that bench and not even put a uniform on for a whole year? If you're willing to do that at one of these schools that you're wishing about, then we can push forward. But if you're not willing to do that, then why we even want that school to come recruit you? Because that's what's likely to happen. That's what's likely to happen. You're trying to get the same job at 19 that another guy at 23, 22, 23 years old is trying to get. That same spot on the roster. And y'all playing around with this stuff. Playing around with it. And some of you grown folks are letting these kids just quit on life, on education. I'm sorry, just like that. How can you let a kid just quit on education like that? I don't want to go. I don't want to use the basketball to get the degree, get associates, nothing else, and let the trips fall where they may. You done played all this time. You done devoted all these hours. Aaron, of course, it may be time to bring some more Division II coaches in, because sometimes the music does sound better coming from a different set of speakers. But at the same time, I'm going to the root of the problem, and that's the people of influence. The people of influence are getting their hands, essentially getting their hands and putting them over the ears of the kids and the parents. So when people like myself or the Chop Shop is speaking out on this, they got the influencers got their hands over the parents' ears. Know what they say? They give you this old lame shit. Man, he ain't played. He don't know. How he know what he talking about? That's what they say. And here's what I say. I done studied this game of basketball, then dedicated myself to sacrificing, not even starting a family because of basketball, because of my work. Let that soak in. I sacrificed not having any biological kids because I knew if I did, then I'm going to miss out. I got to do in a certain phase. So I purposely did not go and have any kids because of basketball. While I'm studying it at least 10 hours a day, Monday through Sunday. Take one day off just for the hell of it if you want to. Just say 6 days a week. But I was working 7 days a week. Many of you know me back then know that. Add up all those hours. If you was going to get a barber's license, that means you was a professional barber, it would take you about 1,600 hours to get a barber's or cosmetology license to do hair. You're a professional. That when that thing is on the wall, you're deemed as a professional. Right? You're certified. The hours that I done put in basketball, if you go 6 years of college, you can get a medical degree. Just imagine if you went to 24 years of college. That's how many degrees I would have in studying the behavior patterns and the human behavior and the talent levels of these kids, and also the recruiting process and how stuff go behind the scenes. Spent countless years. So when people say that, especially in a growing society now, where there are numerous guys. It used to be just a handful. You usually can call them out on one hand, the guys that were in front office that didn't play basketball in the NBA. Now they're hiring guys in record-setting proportions that has no college basketball on their resume at all. I can spit 10 off the top of my head without even blinking. That's what I'm telling you. I'm just serious. You know why? Because they studied. Didn't play no college basketball. Guys like Vince Baldwin, guys like Dave Teller, guys like Evan Daniel. I can go. But then they don't get the same energy from those guys. Remember, guys, no matter what some people do, some people are not going to like you. And that's their thing. It's just that when they keep making excuses to overshadow, to put makeup on that pig, that's when it becomes transparent. So pay attention to some of these guys. Pay attention, because some of these same guys gonna help you, influence you to make decisions, and it's gonna cost you. And then you got to go back and hold that joker accountable and say, you know what? I've been watching you. I done gave you too many chances. You done influenced. That's it. You got to make a decision. Some of you parents, man, some of you people that's watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you probably know a situation exactly what I'm talking about. But you can't allow yourself to not have a voice in your own house with your own kids when that handler is present. You got to let your kids see you overrule that guy one time in front of your kid. Otherwise, once again, you got to let your kids see you overrule something that he's trying to influence you to do one time. That way the kid can understand who's really boss. Otherwise, you'll have no idea who's the boss or who that kid think is the boss until he's made a decision and the decision wasn't influenced by you. How have we seen many kids in the recent years that got up to go and put them hats on the table to pick their college, and the mama or the daddy thought they was going to one school with their influence, and that kid pick up another hat? Who the hell you think influenced that kid to pick that other hat up? Mama and daddy go crazy. We even saw them almost start fighting on videos and situations before. Some cases, mom and dad don't even know. How the hell you don't know where your son for the pick and go? Yeah, it's okay for you not to know, but I'd be damned if I had a kid and he getting ready to pick. I don't have an idea where he for the pick and go to. I understand there are some exquisite situations that might just be an exception to the rule. I'm talking about the norm. Ain't no damn way in the world. That's a red flag right there. If you're a parent and you don't know, well, man, that's going to be his decision. I'm going to let him make, yeah, cool. But when he get down the night before, we're going to have a talk. Okay, how you want to do this? What you need, that's how we're going to do it. Okay, I'm going to do it like this and this. Who all you want to get the first interview? Whatever we're going to do, this. You're going to be there with hands on. All you got to do, when it's a tight game, watch. There's 4 people talking to the kid. Watch who he looks at. That's who got the influence. From the other side of the court. Yeah, if you buy your parents on this side of the bleacher, they right there, you're going to look at your parents. But from the other side of the court, if you pay attention to that kid's eyes, watch who's shouting at instructions to the kid. That's how you sit on the side of me, had at the Campbell Center, season opener. Man, where's mom and dad? Just be quiet. We'll find out. We'll find out in just a minute. Just be quiet. Just listen. You'll find out who his mammy is in just a second, or his pappy. And show as shit stink, they're going to identify themselves on that court. And if you pay attention like that, that's how you can identify the person with influence. You can identify them like it ain't nothing. I've seen some of them, they got to the point now how they tote the kids' shoes for them. They tote the kids' bag for them.
Man, I'm sitting over here quiet and laughing because I'm just, I'm picturing the situations because I've seen every situation you talking about. But keep going.
Because you know I ain't joking then.
No, you ain't joking now. I'm just, I've seen every last one of those multiple times. But keep going.
And so that means we see it happening. And I don't have a problem with the parent. No. Being the person of influence. Because my point is, that's the side of the fence I'm on. You're supposed to be the person of influence. So let's not make sure that you missed something and it went over your head. Parent, you're supposed to be that person of influence. If that's what you want to do.
Absolutely.
My thing is, at this age, of 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, if they living up under your roof, that you paying bills for, that you're providing room and board for, you've clothed for the past 15 to 18 years, provided for them. You let a guy that come in your house, you ain't even saw his driver's license before in your life. Think about that. You ain't never saw his driver's license. Y'all know his name, yeah. You better know his birthday. And he has more control or equal to or greater than more influence over your baby than you do. That's crazy. That's crazy.
This is a sick Negro.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Boy. I can't say nothing, man. I wish I could say something. I wish I could say something. Watch this.
And that happened how that's then and only then will our grassroots basketball society become a greater place. Then and only then. Talent is going to come and go. But then and only then, when parents take back and maintain the authority. And there's a lot of them out there. That's another phase I ain't even mentioned yet. The ones who think they still got influence over their kids, but really don't.
Oh, that's worse.
That's the worst one of all.
That's worse.
Because you have no idea. Do y'all understand that if a person has that much influence over your teenager, here's what's likely to happen. He's going to do one of three things. And I guarantee you one of these three things are going to happen. He's going to be the first of one of these. I'm going to might throw a fourth on there. He's going to be the first person that's a non-family member that's going to probably give that kid $100 or more just for the hell of it. Just at some point in time, a random moment, a random act of kindness, he's going to hand that kid $100 or more. And it ain't going to be his birthday. It's going to be the first time it's going to be ever happen. That's not from a non-family member. That's going to be that. He's going to let him drive his car. For the first time, a non-family member going to let him get behind the wheel to drive his whip. Right? And you're not going to know none of this has happened. So that means, or he's going to go and give him this might sound below the belt, but it happens. He's going to pop open the can or drink and going to pass it to that 18-year-old that want to sip. Hey, man, want me a sip? Man, you ain't ready for that, man. He's going to give him his first sip. He's going to either give him his first sip, let him drive his first whip, or put some dip in his pocket. And one of those three is likely to happen not on your watch. And if he let him drive that car the first time, then guess what happens next? Let me go pick up my little girlfriend. Now, coach, let me use the car, go to the store. Coach? They call the workout guys coach. Yeah. They call them some of them. Let me go on, man, over here, man. While you at the barbershop, let me go see my girl. No driver's license. or even if he does have one. Now he's unsupervised.
Melvin Dudes, man, I was thinking that
That's
same.
what I'm getting. I'm getting at that, Melvin Dudes. He gonna drive the car to see his little girlfriend.
I know, man, Melvin
He gonna
Dudes.
He's gonna enable him to get a shot. To get him a shot.
Piece of meat.
Get him a piece of meat. And the mom or dad won't have no idea. So know what happens now? That guy is cool. That's why you hear so many of these grown men talking to these teenagers, little bro, homeboy. The kids view them as parallel. They're buddies.
Man, I can't wait to tell the story tomorrow when they go talk about Coach had a cool. I said, I ain't that damn cool. I'm calling your. That man said, don't call my mama and daddy. My daddy gonna kill me. I said, you better be ready to die. Cause I finna call him right now. Boy, you know what, man? Man, we gotta go. But that was good. You can wow. Stephon Leary got a long one right here.
Yeah, we start landing the plane. We read Stephon Leary's statement. He said the sad thing is, and how to kind of post it's gonna take up all the screen though. And he said the sad thing is the things have changed so much that the influencer doesn't have as much juice, right, as he's promising. Let that soak in. Mm-hmm. Parents and genuine supporters of that kid need to be on the same page with the parents having the last say. A coach or a trainer should only serve as a support system, not a decision maker, and benefits financially off the kid and not the family. And see, that's three different layers, and that last one is a whole different thing because the parents often have no idea that the coach or the trainer is seeking to capitalize financially off of that kid. That's a whole nother different subject. And I explain it and dive in it. You guys remind me on tomorrow. It's a whole different topic. And because I have a solution. That's if you're special. You get to endure or get wrapped up in something like that. But this is I appreciate it, guys.
Thank
you guys watching.
Thank
you. We need y'all to share this show.
Yeah.
Before this is one that needs to be shared because the Chop Shop. We
I wish Leary had got on earlier because I wanted to hit him with that one. Because Leary, I put out and you can hit me tomorrow on the show about it. We'll talk about it again tomorrow because I put out just because I haven't seen a lot of these the guys who I looked at Jimmy's rankings from this year and the year after 25 and 24. And what I did, I called each kid by name in the top 20 and said, man, I hope to see you at the Ruck on the Wood. And so I can put my eyes on them because there's a lot of these guys I've never seen. So I can talk about them, so I can go and watch the show, and it's just and you help me, Coach Leary. You help me, Joe Ball. What can a person tell a kid to not want to? You were there, Stephon Leary. What could a person tell a kid not to show up for that event? Give me some stuff that a handler, a workout coach, or somebody can tell a kid and his parent, you don't need to show up to that. Why? Give me something because and maybe the kids just ain't doing it. Maybe they all signing up at the same time right now while we on the show. Just maybe. But I'm just, I want to be able to see them. Ain't nobody trying to get in there. I want to be able to see you. So if you're good enough, I want to be able to talk to college coaches about you because they asking me a lot more than they used to about, well, Robert, who can play to you? So I want to see you. So explain to me a reason that they would give, that somebody would give a kid to keep him from not showing up at an event like this. Get that to me, man. And if you want to wait till tomorrow, we come back tomorrow and finish it because it's kind of bothering me a little bit because we don't want to come and compete in an open gym, and this what basketball is about. You got to.
I see one on there.
Okay.
So that's what they say, huh?
I didn't see it.
They are Melvin Dews put one out there. Put it on the screen so the people on the YouTube feed can read it.
Okay.
Oh, so this is what they're saying. Okay. I say.
Okay, I'm trying to put it. It ain't. Oh. That's what they saying.
I'll be damned.
Don't you know if you gonna go, you're gonna have to play open gym when you get to college, when you get there, and one of them seniors gonna tear your damn head off? But hey, y'all missing the point. Oh my God, thank y'all. That's why you got to ask questions, Jimmy. See, now I'm finna go into overtime for just a second. Cause hold on. I was on earlier. I'll tune in. Top kids need to get back to these events, especially because the history provide has been a stable support of these kids. Let me put it on the ground. I'm just reading fast over it because I know what he's saying. I just want to know. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's coming on the screen, y'all. Oh, it went back off. I just want y'all. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow because I just want to know what they're saying, John.
Yeah. So now I'm learning. I learned something else today. So I like that, and that's why I'm asking you guys for this stuff so that you could be candid in with your answers, and that way it can help out. It can help to understand. We all learn something on the Chop Shop.
Yeah, we do.
And we asked this to learn.
Yeah.
That way we can know. Because that stuff there, that mentality, that's something else, boy. That's something else. Because I know many of you guys may have known there was a time
the man said he heard that.
Kids felt obligated to be there. They felt obligated to be there.
Some of the best in the country played in that.
At the same time.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Against each other. Oh, hold on. Herb got something. Herb got I got to get this tomorrow. Man, I got to keep some. Y'all bring this stuff back to me tomorrow. I got to take a picture of this. Hold on. Y'all ain't finna have me messed up. I'm finna take a picture. Hold on. I got to have this. Man, it's not important. It's not a live event. But Chad's been going all these other non-live. Okay. Man, it's going to be, you can get hurt. You are not going to get any offers by playing in this event. Okay. You ain't get no damn offers by playing in other events. But keep going.
For a whole summer. You played 50 games in the summer.
Wow.
You ain't got no offers from none of them. Right? How about this?
Hold up, Jimmy. Hold on. I got to take a picture. Hold up, Jimmy. Hold up. Go on now. You can talk, Jimmy. Okay. You been there.
Okay. So tell me this. Let me remind y'all the location of Rucker on Wood. Do y'all understand what a location is?
Come on.
Do y'all understand? Help me.
But Jimmy, the top 20 think they above.
Yeah, but hold on.
And they can't outplay not one person on that St. Thomas team.
The head coach, he had a prior obligation last week. The head coach, two of his assistants were the lead men last weekend for the 9th and 10th graders, which really has no bearing, but they got a chance to watch those. But the head coach, Anthony Medina, is there this Sunday, along with his assistants and a couple of players. So for those who think you can't get an offer at Rucker on Wood, I've seen that man offer some kids from Rucker on Wood at least 2 or 3 different years. Right there with families. I've seen him offer some. If you play good enough, they gonna whisk your ass up them stairs up into their office while you or your parents.
Jimmy, maybe these kids are better than these guys that's on the screen. Maybe these kids are better than these guys that's on the screen I just put up there. Maybe these kids they better than Justice Winslow. Maybe they better than De'Aaron Fox. They better than Harrison twins. They better than Derek Griffin. They better
Fabian
than
White,
all of these
Fabian
guys.
White was there. Joseph Young was there.
Yes.
Jacob Young was there. Justin Jackson was there.
Wow. But guess what? Ain't nobody told them this history. Because they tell them, don't watch the Chop Shop. You might learn something. You might learn you don't need my ass.
and that's the thing. I'm not attempting to cut out the workout guy. I'm not anti the developmental guy. I'm just pro parent. Do y'all understand
Absolutely.
that? That's kind of like young. That's kind of like young. What the name? Shakara. Young Shakara. What the name? The track girl.
Shakara. Yeah.
Young Shakara went and interviewed with the black reporter first. That didn't mean she was necessarily anti.
No. Not first. She skipped the white ones. Yes, she was anti them, and she told them, "I'm not. Y'all the people who've been messing with me over these years." She called them out. You better go read the whole thing. She did intentionally skip over the white ones. Yes, she did.
Well, in her case, she skipped. That was intent. But you guys get what I'm saying.
Yes.
Get what I'm saying. Me, I'm pro-parent. I'm pro-educated parent when it comes to the recruiting process. I've always been pro-educated parent. My actions have proved that because I did a parent and coaches workshop back in 2002. I started that thing. And that was a free workshop. And coaches, you heard the story. You didn't really know me like that back then. But you heard the stories. Coaches would fly, head coaches. I didn't even take assistant coaches. Head coaches would fly in from all over the country each year and address the questions and talk about different topics. And what happened, that was the first, I didn't even realize what was happening, but that was my first encounter of people telling parents, you don't need to go to that. You don't need to go to that. I can get you. I can get your kid where you're trying to go.
And Jimmy, this is what I don't understand. With all that hooping in the gym, I'm showing up, man. I'm showing up where the hoopers at. Some of these guys might not just don't even show up. I'm showing up where the hoopers at in my class. Even if I'm not. If I can't play that day, I'm hurt, I'm going to support my class. I just don't, man. This. Man, let's get out of here, man. I got to go.
It's you guys, man.
We'll talk about this again tomorrow.
Share the show to your timelines and to your groups. But it's time for us to get on up out of here. And I'm appalled. It's unorganized. One thing that thing is not is unorganized.
No, it's
one not. Thing is not.
It's not
It's unorganized. We have a medical trainer in the building. For taping for an open gym. Who in the hell does that? We have a paid medical trainer for your babies to tape them before, after, and he don't charge for tape. He don't charge for ice. He don't charge for none of that. He could charge y'all or tell you to bring your own tape, but he don't.
That's all right.
Man, I'm up out of here, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. I'm going to drink my game time alkaline water.
Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.